morning everyone. Welcome to season 3. Quidditch season 3 chapter 10. A fair game. I have no idea what that means, but I think we are about to wrap up with this season, the Keeper season, which is great because the quicker we get through with Quidditch, the less we have to deal with it. Normally, I'd be upset about a Quidditch update and not a story update, but I'm really happy about this today because 1, I want to go back to bed and I always want to go back to bed, and 2, well, we have to finish with Quidditch as soon as possible so that we don't have to deal with it anymore, because after this all we have is the Seeker season and then we're done with Quidditch. Although I will say, when we're done with Quidditch, I'm gonna miss Quidditch Jesus and Sky and Erica and Murphy. But hey, they'll still be in the game. So let's go. Oh my god. The amount of things I have in the courtyard. Be honest, I'm terrible at intros, aren't I? Okay, the game works. The game works. Don't repeat last week's disaster, please. I'd invite you to join me for a riveting round of wizards chess, but it appears you're in the middle of something. No more chess, please. How's Orion Sarahi? Do you expect he'll be ready to rejoin the team anytime soon? Somebody said that there's a data mine and Orion does come back to the team by the end of this. I don't remember because I haven't read the data mine. Sir Repeat catches flies the way you catch Quaffle, Sarahi. Maybe he should train to be a keeper too. Aww. You wanted to see me, Sky? Is everything alright? We need to talk, Sarahi. As you know, the Quidditch Cup final is fast approaching. Are we done with 3 matches already? And thanks to our winning house match against Gryffindor, there's a good chance Hufflepuff will be competing for the championship this year. It's been an unusual season to say the least, and yet here we are on the path to the Quidditch Cup finals. How do you feel about our team's chances for the final match? I'm confident. I'm confident in our team's abilities, Sky. As I said, it has been an unusual season. But we've risen to the challenges and come stronger out for it. Not to mention, we just captured the legendary Snitch of Hogwarts, so we'll have luck on our side as well. Yes, it is definitely a good sign that the lucky Snitch is ours. But we can't rely on that alone to win the Quidditch Cup final. I agree that we've come a long way this season, and I wish I shared your confidence, Sarahi. I really do. But the team still has a long way to go if we hope to score a victory. Okay. Something tells me you have an idea in mind to improve our prospects, Sky. As a matter of fact, I do. My dad, Ethan Parkin, has offered to help us train for the Quidditch Cup final. Again. And even though you didn't mind when I invited him to help us the last time, I wanted to come speak with you to see if you think the team would benefit from my dad's guidance. Huh, that's a very generous invitation, Sky. Sure, let's do it. Let's discuss the possibility of having your dad help us with the training. Shouldn't this just be a yes, no, never mind. Over the last few days, my mouse just turns off in the middle of me using it. And that's normally not an inconvenience. I have a wireless mouse, so it's normally not an inconvenience. I just turn it off and on again. I don't mind doing that. But I'm just a little nervous that the mouse will turn off in the middle of me playing a Quidditch match, and that will be a huge problem. There's a lot to consider when it comes to whether Ethan should help us train for the Quidditch Cup final. He may be self-absorbed, but he's also a great Quidditch player and a terrific coach. That being said, it did get us into a bit of trouble when we received your dad's training session earlier in the season. It did? What happened? I don't remember. Because Ravenclaw felt we were gaining an unfair advantage for the first house match. I suppose they do make a fair point, seeing as we won the first house match against them. Perhaps you can take up on your dad's offer and still be fair to the other teams too. What exactly do you have in mind, Sarahi? Are we going to let the other teams train too? Well, the other teams are upset because we got to train with him and they did not. Maybe this time around we could invite the other houses to join us for your dad's training session. Smashing, Sarahi. That way if everyone trains with my dad, no one will have an unfair advantage. Exactly, I think it's a solution that everyone can be happy about, I guess. Well, you've convinced me, Sarahi. I just hope the rest of the team will be happy about our solution too. There's only one way to find out, Sky. Let's go talk to them. Help me assemble our teammates for practice and we'll tell them my big idea about training with your dad. Technically that's Sky's big idea, Sarahi. You can't take credit for that. I honestly just want Orient to come back to the team ASAP so that I don't have to play captain anymore. Do you ever dream that you're endlessly chasing a golden snitch? Because I do. The Victor Wanderers are my favorite Quidditch team. Okay? Stop beating around the bush, Sarahi, and tell us what this is all about. I don't know if she's actually upset or she just wants to make a pun. Also, this thing still looks like it's made of solid gold. The whole team's here and assembled for practice, Sarahi. So now you can tell them your big idea. Smashing, let's all huddle up and I'll explain my idea to the rest of the team. Listen up, you lot. Your acting captain has something important to say. And this is why I want Orient back. For the love of God, get him back. I don't want to act as captain. Yes, before we start practice today, I'd like to have a team meeting to discuss the future of our season. Sky informed me that her dad, Ethan Parkin, has offered to return to train us for the Quidditch Cup final. That's brilliant. Ethan Parkin is an absolute legend. Yes, and he was very helpful during the last Quidditch Cup final when he taught us the power play. But in the past, other teams have thought our training sessions with Sky's dad were unfair. Unfair? Well, that's a bit of rubbish, isn't it? I thought they would think that. I thought our teammates sent Orient to the hospital wing. Now that is what's truly unfair. Alright, settle down everyone. Your acting captain hasn't finished talking yet. Do you believe our previous training with my dad actually gave us an advantage, Sarahi? I don't know what any of this means. I mean, other than the two obvious ones, I don't know what the last one actually means. Both teams are guilty of unfair practice. I think both teams are guilty of some unfair practices. You're right about Orient getting sent to the hospital wing before our first match of the season. But we also did have the unfair advantage of consulting with a professional Quidditch player. That's a good point, Sarahi. I suppose we all can work harder to be fair and considerate for the other team. Exactly, and that's why this time I'd like to try a different approach. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, I think I have an idea that everyone will think is fair. Please allow me to explain. Okay, now we're going to spend 10 hours explaining and then we'll do this. 3 hours. Skip that. As you may have noticed, I'm in a bit of a hurry to record the video because I don't want to repeat last week's disaster, and it is currently 3:30 AM. The chapter is actually released late in India now, so I really can't do anything about that. So in order to make things more fair for all of us, instead of asking Sky's dad to train the Hufflepuff alone, I propose we ask Ethan Parkin to help train up all the Quidditch teams together. Well, one thing for sure, that would certainly level the pitch. And more importantly, we'll still be able to train with the greatest Ethan Parkin of the Victor Wanderers. I'm glad we're in agreement. If Mr. Parkin is our trainer, we're sure to become stronger players. But for this plan to work, there's still one very important thing that needs to be done. What's that, Sarahi? We need to get the other houses teams on board as well. Oh right, we have to talk to them. I'll go round up the other team captains and see if they can recruit them to train with us. I am willing to bet anything that Erika is the Ravenclaw team captain. So before I do that, let's not forget about the main reason we assembled on this pitch in the first place. Practice. We have to have ourselves an old-fashioned, heart-pounding friendly. I'm gonna play that friendly and then I'm gonna come back.
Later.
I'm just a little upset about how that friendly went because I was this close to a perfect match. Just this close. And then lag happened. Hi, Madam Rosmarta. Here for business, butterbeer or both? Both. Because I want butterbeer. Hi. Looking to get your hands on some new broomstick? I might have a lead on something. No, I don't need a new broomstick yet. Hi. You haven't seen a Puffle of Puffskins around here, have you? Look, I think if there was a Puffle of Puffskins here, I think it'd be really obvious. Is there a Puffle of Puffskins anywhere here? I don't see it. Yeah, okay, they're the other captains. Yeah, we're here. Let's talk Silvers. Yeah. I am very curious what this is all about. It's not every day we... Dude. These people are conversing like it's R with MC. Dude, we're just playing the sport. It's not every day we get invited to fraternize with the enemy. Thank you all for agreeing to meet me here in such mysterious circumstances. We have Erika from the Ravenclaw team. Which teams are the other two from? But I hope once you hear this is all about, you'll be glad you came. I'll be the judge of that, out with the Silvers. Ethan Parkin has offered to help train the Hufflepuff team for the Quidditch Cup final, and in spirit of fairness, my teammates and I would like to extend his invitation to all 4 houses. You're inviting us all to train together? That's highly unusual. We are opponents after all. What happens if our teams wind up competing against each other in the Quidditch Cup final? It will make for a... Yeah, let's just... If we all train with Parkin, we'll all be better players. And it will make for a more exciting final match overall. And like I said, in the spirit of fairness, exciting matches are good. More opportunities for my bludger to do some damage. Don't hit anyone, don't. Please. Right. I like it. Parkin's a great player. We can learn from him. But I'm surprised your whole team is willing to let us join. Yeah, I am too. And I'm slightly suspicious that Hufflepuff is trying to pull one over on us. Let's talk it through a bit more and hopefully you'll see that the offer to train with Ethan Parkin is genuine. Fraternize with the enemy. Dude, we're just playing the sport. Calm the hell down. Your offer is tempting and your training session together could be fun. See? This is an opportunity for all of us to improve our Quidditch skills. We may be opponents during the match, but off the pitch we're mates. See? I like your plan, Silvers, but I'm also going to beat you on the pitch. Okay. Okay. Canonically, Sarahi is still a beater. I don't know, your offer feels a bit too good to be true. Please believe in the fact that Sarahi is a baby. I know our teams have had their differences in the past, but if getting suspended in this season taught us one thing, is that we're better when we all work together. I believe you, Silvers. We've trained together before and I agree that we both came out stronger in the end. You taught me Odin's signature backswing maneuver last season and you trained me to become a great beater. I am still a way better at a broomstick pull-ups than you are though. Fair enough. We'll have to see about that, Rap. There might actually be an equal footing in my canon given that Sarahi practices martial arts. Tell your team that Ravenclaw accepts her invitation to train with Parkin. That's smashing news, Rap. My Hufflepuff teammates will be excited to hear it. What about the rest of you? Will you train with us too? I was skeptical of your intentions at first, but after hearing your proposal, it does sound genuine and fair. You're right, our teams have had their differences in the past, but I'd like to put those behind us too. If Rat vouches for you and your team, then count Slytherin and Gryffindor in as well. Which one of you is which? Though it does occur to me that our training session might be a bit too crowded with all 4 teams on the pitch. Huh, you do raise a good point. Perhaps we should break into 2 groups for our training session with Mr. Parkin. Gryffindor can practice with Slytherin and Ravenclaw can practice with Hufflepuff. Great, I'll go round up my team and you round up yours. And we'll meet you on the pitch for a spot of training with Ethan Parkin. Have we asked that man if he's willing to train the other teams? I hope my dad focuses on the training this time and not on himself. I'm excited for another lesson with Mr. Parkin. Okay. And Ravenclaw's also here. My team is prepared for a grueling training session. It's yours. Yes, we are the ones who called you here. It's getting extremely dry in the winter right now. Alright, Silvers, Ravenclaw held up our end of the bargain by joining you for practice. Now where's Mr. Parkin? I want to get to the park where I hit people in the bludger. Mr. Parkin should be here any moment to begin our training session, Rath, and please do not hit people with the bludger. Could our team could use a lift after our recent performance? We got absolutely gutted by Slytherin. That bad was it? Utter tosh, our keeper might as well have been on holiday. Think it may have even cost us our chance at the Quidditch Cup this year. But at the very least, training with Parkin will help us prepare for the next season. There he is. Speaking of Mr. Parkin, there he is now. What a wonderful feeling to be back at Hogwarts, setting foot on this pitch again. Thank you so much for agreeing to help us train Mr. Parkin. And for sharing your Quidditch skills with all 4 houses. It's my pleasure, Miss Silvers. I quite enjoy molding you impressionable students into formidable Quidditch players I can't read. At the start of your season, I told you about an element which acts as a thread that binds us all together. It's the most important factor in becoming a legendary Quidditch team. Do you remember what it is? Teamwork? Teamwork is the thread that binds us. Yes, that's correct. Without teamwork, there can be no team. And that's how to begin our training, I'll first need to observe your teamwork. Everyone split up into 2 groups and we'll see how well you all play together. Another friendly? Nope, an 8-hour tapping session. So I'm wondering if I should include any of this or should I just go ahead. I'll keep the chasers away from Miss Rai. Thanks Bean. Bean is queen. Okay, yes, we know you will. And I believe you. No couples will be getting through on my watch. Oh yeah, I know, I'm the keeper, right? Canonically, Sarahi beat her. She do be beat her. She never... I'm skipping through this, I'm bored. Oh, excellent. After observing your teamwork, it is plain to see that both teams are working very well together. But perhaps a little too well. What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Parkin? I've noticed that you're all anticipating each other's moves. Yes, well, Murphy did recently teach us how to do that. It's proven to a very effective maneuver. It's an effective maneuver when used against your opponents, to be sure. It will cost you the Quidditch Cup if you allow your opponents to use it upon you. That's a good point, Mr. Parkin, but how can we guard against our opponents anticipating our moves? Unfortunately, you can't. But you can, however, use their own instincts against them with a fake-out maneuver. A fake-out? How does that work? It's a devastating tactic. The keeper pretends to leave their goal undefended to lure in an opposing chaser. Here, why don't you give it a try, Mr. Lewis? See if you can prevent Sky from scoring a goal against you using the fake-out maneuver. Oh, I see. Brilliant. I think I've got the hang of it. Thanks for teaching me the fake-out maneuver, Mr. Parkin. Now when my opponents try to anticipate my moves, I can use this tactic to lure them into a false sense of security before I block their shot. That fake-out move may have worked on me once, but good luck tricking me a second time, Sarahi. What in the name of Merlin's beard? I second that! Did you see those gnomes? Sky, look out behind you! The Quidditch pitch is being invaded by a horde of gnomes! Very funny, Sarahi, but you're going to have to try a lot harder than that if you want to fake me out again. I'm not trying to fake you out, Sky. The pitch is being taken over by gnomes. We better go alert Madam Hooch immediately. She needs to know that the pitch is under attack, literally. Are you looking? The game, what is that? Can the game not handle this amount of students on screen? It really can't. What's going on, Sarahi? Do you know what this announcement is all about? The gnomes on the pitch? Based solely on Madam Hooch's expression, I calculate the odds of this announcement going well at 14.6%. Madam Hooch is holding an assembly. It must be serious. Oh boy, this is not good. Attention students, I wish I were coming to you with better news today, but it has been brought to my attention that a recent training session held by Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw was interrupted by a horde of gnomes. Unfortunately, our Quidditch pitch is now suffering from an all-out gnome infestation. Until the pitch can be restored, we have no choice but to suspend all Quidditch matches. Wait, did I just hear correctly that Madam Hooch is suspending all future matches? That would mean... No, it can't be. Actually, I'm sorry to say this means there's a good chance that the Quidditch Cup final will be suspended as well. Suspended means it will be held a little later than usual. It's not the biggest problem in the world. Hooch is cancelling the final match? That's not what suspended means, Sky. She's probably moving it to a later date. Well, technically, she said there'll be a good chance she'll be cancelling it, which is, by my calculations, 93.2%. We worked so hard to get this far, and now there might not even be a final match? If our season ends now, it'll all have been for nothing. That would be devastating for players and fans alike, not to mention terrible for team morale. You may be right. Let's check in with the afternoons to see how they feel about Madam Hooch's announcement, which I will be skipping over because I am bored. Oh wait, Orion is here. Oh yes. Oh yes, Orion is here. Please say something. All of my teammates look so disappointed. The other teams do too. Fine, I'll come back to Orion when he actually has something to say. This is terrible. The Quidditch Cup final is my favorite event of the entire year. I refuse to accept this. The Quidditch Cup is a time-honored tradition. For once, I can agree with Penny. As a fan and a friend, I was really hoping to see you play in the final match. You can't cancel Quidditch. Okay, he has something to say, thank goodness. This news will certainly affect the team's balance. Thank you. If Quidditch Jesus says it will affect the team's balance, then it will definitely affect the team's balance. Is this a joke? Because I'm not laughing. Guys, acting captain is a... Oh, come on. Without any more matches this season, what will I commentate about? This isn't fair. We're not getting to have a final match because of gnomes. Hurry up and deal with that infestation then. Faculty, do something. Silence everyone. Please settle down. I understand why you were feeling disheartened, and I too am saddened by this troublesome development. You know, if you just hurried up and dealt with the gnome infestation, you know, and actually do something in your life, we could have a Quidditch Cup final and we wouldn't have to get involved. And also, this is only the second time in the entire game Dumbledore has used his wand. The first time is to get the skeletons dancing in the at Halloween. The second time is using it as a microphone. This man has never used his wand for anything offensive. But we mustn't lose hope, for I have found those who do not accept their fate are often destined to change it. Once again, we'll have to do the faculty's job and probably renome this pitch. Perhaps Professor Dumbledore is right. Surely there has to be something we can do to save the Quidditch Cup. It's like you said, Sarai, the whole season has been full of really difficult challenges. We lost our captain, nearly got into a war with Ravenclaw, wound up getting suspended too. But every time a new obstacle gets thrown in our path, we found a way to press on. You're right, Sky. This is just the latest obstacle for us to overcome. Which means we will be renoming the pitch. Once again, we will be doing the faculty's job. This faculty is useless. Why are we even existing here? Then there's no way we can just give up now. We've come so far as a team. Spoken like a true captain, Sarai. Well, acting captain at least. So now that we've decided to save the Quidditch Cup final, all we need to do is figure out where to start. Let's go speak to Madam Hooch and see if we can find a way to help restore the pitch and save our season. Basically, let's ask her if she wants help renoming the pitch, etc. Once again, the faculty will not be doing their job, and we'll be doing it. And with that, that's it for Quidditch. I'm not going to beat around the bush with the outro because Quidditch is not very eventful. It is never eventful. That's the thing. The last time Quidditch was eventful was when Orion got injured, and that was an event. So, well, that's it. Quidditch is done. We've learned the fake out maneuver. And now, next time the Quidditch chapter comes out, we'll be doing the faculty's job of denoming the pitch because that's our problem now. I have a feeling that all of the teams will work together to denome the pitch, which will actually be really wholesome. And it will also ensure that we don't become enemies in the future. Because Hufflepuff is undoubtedly going to win this house match and then the next season too. With all that said, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. More importantly, comment. Although I will be honest, I really don't know what you could comment about Quidditch. And I will see all of you next week. Bye bye. Now to turn off this video before the electricity goes again.